Show me your habits and I will show you your future. During special seasons, holidays, and even upheavals in your life of a variety of kinds, our routines suffer. And sometimes when those routines suffer, everything else in life gets to be a little shaky. I have the craziest idea and I want to tell you about it. Hi guys, I'm Danielle and this is Homeschooling. Thank you so much for joining me. You know, I like to talk about everything mom related. I myself am a mother of 7. There is this fantastic scripture in the Bible, and it's Matthew 6:34, and it says, "Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." This day has enough trouble, just plain enough trouble, without me putting my mind, my attention, my effort, my dwelling and meditating on tomorrow. Now, I firmly believe that every word of that glorious book should be taken with the faith that says, if you said it in this book, then it's possible. And not only is it possible for me not to worry, but it is best for me. Okay. I read this great quote. Habit is a cable. We weave a thread of it each day, and at last it can't be broken. Now, the routines by which we live our daily lives, the habits we do every day as homemakers, as homeschoolers, as moms with lots of different hats, these create a stability, and not just for the family, but for us as individuals. Now, I am a planner. I plan. I organize, I write things down. I got my bullet journal, I have everything in there. But once all those events and all of that plan goes into my book and I've planned ahead, now I need to focus on the routines that are within this day, just today. Because I need to tell you how this household worry creeps in. You get a bunch of these fabrics of stress. You're gonna weave something pretty strong that looks like worry, that looks like burden, and that can eventually lead to discouragement. There was this unfortunate moment of realization I had, which I think we all have, and that's when you're cooking. What are you eating? Doing what you need to do. You're a mom, you have hungry mouths to feed, and then suddenly you realize, I can never stop cooking, ever. But if I just wake up in the morning and ask myself the question, what am I gonna make for dinner? Either I already have it planned in my planner and it's written out, like these are my options, or I just look in the fridge when I'm going about my morning routine. I have beef, I have leftover beans and vegetables. Sounds like soup. All I have to do is make dinner tonight. Routines play a huge part in being able to live in the moment. Let's talk routines. Whatever time I get up in the morning, I make the bed. My husband and I have a commitment that whoever is last out of bed, they're the ones that make the bed. It's typically always me because he goes to the gym quite early. It takes 2 minutes. I like to get in bed at night on sheets that have been pulled tight. It's delightful. Then every time you come into your space, your little oasis, which is what I hope your bedroom is, especially if you have kids, you need somewhere. And your bed is made and it looks nice or put together. And maybe that's the only put together thing in your life in that moment. And I'm gonna call that a win. Then you spend 2 to 3 minutes tidying up your space. Now, I actually like to put this in the evening. So you can do this in the morning when you get up, or you can put it in the evening. I like to do it before I go to bed. But 2 to 3 minutes, tidying up your space. I'm a clothes thrower. I take them off, I throw them, I put them on a couch. I'm a piler. It's something I have to fight against. If everything is tidy because you're not a piler, then you can attend to maybe a little clutter area. 2 to 3 minutes, either in the morning or in the evening. Then you're moving to your bathroom. When my house only had 1 bathroom, it was way easier to keep the bathroom clean because I would spend 3 to 5 minutes every day on the bathroom. Now that I have 4 bathrooms and 7 kids, 5 being boys, my bathroom is really the only bathroom that stays really clean. But oftentimes I will rotate between the 2 upstairs bathrooms. My bathroom, 3 to 5 minutes, and then tomorrow I will do the kids' bathroom, 3 to 5 minutes. Not a lot of time. I'm just washing up the mirrors, washing up the counters, I'm washing up the toilet, scrub around the sink. If everything looks really nice, scrub around the floor a couple minutes. Going downstairs, I'm starting 1 load. That way at any time in the morning, I can transfer the load into the dryer, I can take the clothes out and sort them. That's my system. Then I spend my 15 minutes of laundry a day. This needs to be consistent for 9 people in the house, plus towels and sheets every 2 weeks or whatever the system is for that. My 15 minutes looks like whatever needs to be done on the laundry in that time. I have to tell you, this requires self-control because the laundry for me is never done. It is not a satisfying task. I can't look around and say, oh, it's so beautiful. Everything is folded and put away. Nope. I have my system. I have dirty clothes. I have clean clothes. The kids have their bin so they know that they can get clean clothes out if it's not folded yet. And then the older kids, as part of their morning routine, can take their clean clothes out and put it away. So my laundry room always looks like there's a lot going on. But I try, once I fold the clothes, I don't leave them on beds, I don't leave them on the kitchen table, I put them away. If I think, as I'm doing laundry, and the mounds are piling up and there's more coming in as each child comes in from outside with their dirty clothes, I have to do laundry for the rest of my life. Tomorrow and the next day, I can never get away from laundry. Or I can just do my established routine, and that is that I do 15 minutes of laundry and one load every day. It works for the family, and it keeps that laundry from piling up to where I have to spend weekends getting caught up. 15 minutes, and then I let it go. I've done my 15 for the day, and that is enough trouble for one day. Unload the dishwasher bright and early, of course. This is a great kid chore. Have them do it as soon as they're old enough not to break all the dishes, but honestly, if kids break dishes, they're still learning as they go. If you don't have a dishwasher, put away any clean dishes that are on the counter or on the stove. Then in the evening, shine your sink. Make sure that your sink is shiny. Make sure your sink is shiny. This does so much for the morale, waking up to a shiny sink. And oftentimes, if your sink is shiny, you're not going to want to leave a bunch of clutter on the counter either. So it does have that snowball effect. As a mom who has to get right in there and start the day with breakfast in the morning, it is wonderful to have a clean slate to start with. There's always a lot of stuff going on in the kitchen as it is, so we don't have to deal with yesterday's soiled dishes. I do run my dishwasher every night, so that's the last thing I do before I go to bed. This has been a game changer for me because we can stay on that routine of unloading the dishwasher, having the clean sink. Not everybody has such a large family, but maybe if you only have a couple, you don't want to load the dishes in the dishwasher, you just want to hand clean them. Whatever gets that choo-choo train going and picks up momentum in your routines. Whatever works for your family, but something that you can do day in and day out. Finally, do 15 minutes of a family clean. Sometimes I do this solo, but often we can get a lot done as a family in 15 minutes. I just give various jobs to the kids and then we just work like the wind. Set the timer, put on music, make it fun, make it feel like a community of workers. My sister's always saying, teamwork makes the dream work. So tackle those living areas all together as a family. My whole house isn't going to be immaculate today. I have 7 kids and I believe that a house should be lived in, and it should probably look lived in. I don't think we have to be slobs, but I do think that if you have a sterile environment and you have a lot of kids, something's gotta be wrong. But if I live by a set of routines every day regarding my house, then when my house does need to be clean, like cleaner because we're having company or we're having an event, then I'm only a few hardcore steps away from being able to attain that level of perfection. Let's make memories together. Let's hang out with our kids and do puzzles and sit by the fireside, drink hot chocolate and read books, listen to Christmas carols. Do the work of today without bringing in all the mental burden of the work of tomorrow. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, no one can mom your kids like you. If you have all these habits going for you on a daily basis, I can see your future, and your future is a cleaner house.